What's going on, guys? It's Shadow Lily here, and I guess I'll give you guys my 2 cents on the PlayStation conference, PlayStation 4 and whatnot. For those of you looking at my channel for the first time, I'm a guy that's into JRPGs. If you like JRPGs and, reviews, news on JRPGs, subscribe to my channel. Okay, first off, let's get the biggest gripe I had with the conference out the way. It's got to do with Square Enix. Oh my God, Square Enix! Are you kidding me, Square Enix? Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious, Square Enix? No, you're kidding. You have to be kidding. Okay, let me tell you what Square Enix did. They showed a freaking video of a build that they showed on their website like a couple of months back, 6 months to 8 months back. We already seen that. And they unveiled it here like it was some type of new thing. That really, really pissed me off. And then the guy, the Final Fantasy brand director, he came up on stage and he says, "I have 2 words for you." I don't know about you guys, but when he said, "I have 2 words for you," I thought it was Versus 13. I really honestly thought that's what it was. It wasn't. I don't know what the 2 words were now because I don't even give a damn. But it wasn't Final Fantasy Versus 13. It wasn't Versus 13. That the 2 words was Versus 13. Like, seriously. And then they say, "Oh, look forward to E3. We have a new Final Fantasy coming up." Really? Really, Square Enix? You're gonna announce that we have a Final Fantasy coming up, not showing anything, not mentioning Versus 13, and just say, "Oh, wait till E3." Guys, how much you want to bet it's Final Fantasy 15, but it's actually Versus 13? Seriously, I think the Versus name has been done. It's done, okay? If Square Enix failed with 13, they know it's done. They know it's over. I am 100% certain that at least Final Fantasy Versus 13 will not be released under the name Versus 13. It just won't be. You know what? I know. It's going to be Final Fantasy 15. Versus 13 is going to be 15. Point blank, end of story. They know they didn't do well with Final Fantasy 13. Hopefully, Lightning Returns is the last installment of the 13 franchise because it's done. You had to change the PSP title to Type 0. It was called something, Final Fantasy Akito 13 or something like that. They changed it to Type 0 for a reason. They knew the 13 series failed. Okay? They're going to change the name to 15 and move on. Okay, aside from that, now going on to the actual PlayStation 4, I want to say that they actually are getting it right this time around, or attempting to get it right. They're actually going with what developers want. They actually went to developers and asked them pretty much what was so hard about making for the PS3. Because if you guys remember, early in the life cycle of the PS3, that a lot of developers were saying that it was hard to develop games, which is why we got crappy ports of some games. I mean, look at Bayonetta, for example. I mean, that was a really crappy port, because games were being built from the ground up for the Xbox 360 and just being converted, brought over to the PS3, and developers really didn't care. So hopefully the developers are it's gonna be easy to make ports and nothing's gonna be dumbed down for the system, or lost in translation or whatever. But yeah, I'm really surprised that they finally owned up to their mistakes with the PS3 about developers not liking how the PS3 is, how to make games for the PS3. Developers didn't like that. Really impressed with that. The DualShock 4, I'm not, entirely impressed for it. To be honest, I don't even care about it. As long as the controller, as long as I get to play my games, I don't care how the controller looks. As long as that touchpad doesn't get in my way. Other than that, whatever. Controllers can stay the same for the next generation to the next. I don't really care. The controller looks fine, but like I said, that touchpad gets in my way. We're gonna have a problem, Sony. We're gonna have a big problem. Okay, the new user interface. No more XMB. Oh God, I can't express to you guys how much the PS3 XMB absolutely sucks. It is the worst user interface ever. It's slow. It's clunky. It's just crap. The only good thing about the XMB theme was the dynamic themes, and they arguably, I think they slowed down the PS3 even more. But yeah, they finally got a more streamlined experience, they said. So hopefully I can be in the game look at my trophies, and not have to wait 30 seconds for my trophies to show up. It was that bad. And you know, like, the downloads for the PS3s are all horrible. I'm downloading Vanquish right now because it came off for free for PlayStation Plus, and it's been downloading for a good, like, 4 hours now. That's horrible. Okay, I can confidently say if that was on the Xbox 360, if I was downloading out the Xbox 360, it would never took this long. Anyway, and no, it's not my internet connection. But yeah, they finally changed the user interface. You know, you take away the XMB, you just win. You take away the XMB, you win. Okay, Sony, you can't fuck this up. I mean, seriously, you can't fuck this up. You don't have an XMB, you automatically win with the user interface in my book. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the video sharing, the gameplay sharing, and people playing a section of the game for you when you can't get past the game. That's going to be pretty damn interesting, and I wonder how they're going to do that, actually. I mean, like, if I buy a game and I tell somebody, oh, you can play this game, you can play this game for me, like, that's just, like, it hurts sales. Like, they can play the whole game, but they can only play a certain part, or is it going to be time-based? Like, they only have 15 minutes to, help you do this one part. I mean, I don't think they're going to have a person take over the entire game, That would just be crazy. But the video sharing and stuff is pretty interesting. Let's just say, for the sake of the video, let's say I get a new game, I get a new JRPG, and I unbox it in front of you guys, and I put it in my PS4, and I tell everybody that I'm going to be doing a live stream. You can come on my my stream on my PS4 and just watch me play, and you can watch my first impressions of the game, without, me having to do a whole lot of video editing and whatnot. That would be so easy, so great. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That's pretty damn awesome. I have to say, other people watching you play, and you can talk and interact with the people that that are watching you, and they can leave comments as you're playing. That's pretty awesome. I think that's going to be a very good feature. That's a pretty smart thing, I gotta say, that Sony did. But to be honest, as good and awesome as that sounds, I don't think that's all there is to it. There's going to be a catch to it, I know, and I think it's going to be, you're going to need a premium subscription or something like that, or you're going to need, like, you have to pay for that. Like, there's going to be, basic membership, blah, 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 and there's going to be PlayStation Plus, of course, and then there's going to be an even higher one, a premium membership, where you can, stream games to friends, and people can watch you play. That's what I think, because they didn't even give a price point on the PlayStation 4. They didn't even show the PlayStation 4. So I think, yeah, there's definitely going to be, like, a premium membership that Sony doesn't want you to do. Maybe not to do the game sharing stuff, but there's going to be a premium membership or something that's besides PlayStation Plus. If it was PlayStation Plus, that'd be awesome, but I don't think that's going to be it. There's definitely going to be a premium subscription, of course. That's probably why they didn't give us a price or anything, or even give us a look at the system. Yeah. The next thing I want to talk about is the graphical prowess of the system. I mean, it's not all that impressive. We're never going to see a huge leap like we did from the PS1 to the PS2 and the PS2 to the PS3. It's a good leap, but it's not, amazing. You know what I'm saying? But, Killzone, the Killzone game, I believe it's called Killzone Shadowfall or something like that, that looked amazing. I mean, that looked really, really good. And that game from Capcom, too, that looked really good. That was gameplay, too, that the guy was doing. That wasn't some, like, integrated cutscene or something like that. That was gameplay. The game that Capcom showed, that was awesome. But yeah, so, yeah, the graphical prowess looks good. That's just not surprising. This is Sony we're talking about. So they're going to pull out everything they can when it comes to sheer power of the PS4. So yes, I'm very looking forward to how much developers can take advantage of that power. Now they're finally unlocking some of the potential of the PlayStation Vita, and they said that you're going to be able to remote play all of your PS4 games with the PlayStation Vita. Good, Sony. Good. You're not leaving potential completely, behind. Even though we've seen videos of hacked Vitas, PlayStation Vitas, playing PS3 games, full PS3 games. We've seen it. You can do it. You just refuse to do it. But it's going to be good. They're taking the page out of the Wii U's book. I think that was their plan from the beginning. To do the same thing as a tablet-based thing the Wii U has, that you can play your games while somebody else is occupying the TV. Maybe that would be pretty awesome. I gotta say that's gonna be really awesome. I haven't done it because I don't have a Wii, but I can imagine it's gonna be pretty great when I want to play a game and somebody's in my house is occupying my flat screen TV. It's gonna be awesome. So I really do give props to Sony for finally doing that, and they're gonna be streaming the PS1, the PS2, the PS3 library. I think maybe to the PS4. I'm not sure about that. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't think it's gonna be for the Vita, but I know they're gonna be doing some type of streaming. But that's the thing. It's that if you're gonna be streaming all these things and pretty much not making the system backward compatible, you better be coming out with a lot of games. So, the whole entire PS2 library better be on that streaming service. Seriously. It doesn't take that much. It's not that hard. I don't want to see any, HHD remakes. High definition remakes for the PS4. Don't give me that crap. I don't want that crap. Don't give me an Uncharted freaking HD collection. Or HD collection, or whatever I wanted to call it. Whatever I said before. But, don't do that, Sony. Don't. No more HD collections, Sony. It's not the time. Don't do any HD collections. Don't try to money grab me for HD collections. I've said I was going to buy a lot of HD collections in the past, but I didn't. I wanted to buy a Sony Enders excuse me, HD collection, but I didn't because I have the game. Like, I have the PS2 game. I have both the PS2 games with Sony Enders. I didn't want to buy a HD collection. But Sony, don't do that, please. Don't come out with HD collections of PS3 games. Don't do that. So yeah, just hopefully that streaming service they have with Genkai, they're gonna have all the library with the PS3 and the PS2 available. Because if they do that HD crap with the PS3 games, the PS4, I'm just gonna be fuck you, Sony. Just fuck you as much as Square Enix almost. Okay, guys, before this video gets on too long, the last thing I want to talk about is the downloading games and playing them as a download. That's pretty interesting. It's like playing movies as they're downloading, which it kind of works, but then you get to the buffering thing, and I think what it's gonna do is that it's gonna download like part of the game. Like you're gonna have to wait until the download reaches like 30%. And play the game, then you can play the game, and then when it reaches another 30%, you can keep going. But I don't think it's gonna be like literally you downloaded 1%, you can start playing it 1% of the game. No, I don't think it's gonna be that way. It's gonna be like certain parts. It's gonna be like a 4-part thing to the download. You know what I'm saying? Like 30%, another 30%, another 30%, and like so on and so forth until the whole game is downloaded. You're still gonna have to wait, but you're gonna have to wait till that 30% gets there so you can start playing the game. That seemed pretty interesting. So that's pretty much it. I don't want this video to go on too long, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about Sony's announcement. I'm pretty pissed that they didn't give a price point on the thing. I think it's gonna be $399. I'm betting it's going to be $399. It can't be any higher than that. I don't think so. But this is Sony we're talking about. It might be $450. But I don't think they're going to do the same thing they did with the PS3 and make it $600. I think it was $600. I'm not sure, but it was kind of ridiculous when the PS3 first came out. Anyway, like I said before, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Sony's conference. Will you guys plan to get PS4? Maybe you're saving up already, or you're probably going to wait till E3 to see more. All I know is I'm pretty damn pissed at Square Enix. Go fuck yourself, Square Enix. You didn't give us a Kingdom Hearts this generation, Kingdom Hearts 3 this generation, and you completely shelved Versus 13 in favor of making it something different. I know that's what you're doing, Square. Don't lie to me. I know exactly what you're doing. You're gonna make it into Final Fantasy 15. I know what you're doing. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to the words, Square Enix. I know what you're doing. Anyway, that's it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.